What is up, guys? 412 Sports Cards here today, back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about, do you ever sell cards to buy them back later? It's an interesting philosophy, especially in a period of falling prices that I think it's safe to say we're all observing. It's something that's been on my mind often, but it's a push and pull as a collector. A collector by nature wants to hoard a bunch of cards, but we've all got finite resources, right? So let's get into it. Drop a like, drop a sub, let me know what you think, but we'll get into this concept. So you see a card pop up. It's a card looking like either of these two guys, right? This, if you guys are on eBay all the time, you'll know. This is not what is coming up on eBay these days. Maybe in 2020, this stuff was popping up on eBay every now and then, relatively frequently. That time is no longer now. This quality of stuff does not pop up that much. And you could secure it, but you don't have the funds. But what if I sold, and I've already whittled down my collection, right? Think about this in continuation with the series that I just did for you guys. We narrowed down like a top 5, a top 10. We sold the stuff we didn't want. Now we're whittled down a lot. We see cool stuff pop up. Something's got to give. And maybe, just maybe, it's cards like these guys that are giving. And I know you're thinking, well, what the heck is this? Like, why is this here? We'll get into it. Sometimes cards like these guys, they're what comes to mind. They're big. Let's put this in perspective of your collections. Bigger ticket cards, right? They're cards that you could sell and are semi-readily available to get back. And there may be cards you think are going to fall in price. Like, I'll be honest with you, those are the things that come to my mind for a card that you would sell to buy a PC card, like insert one of these two guys, and then just with the intention of buying it back later. It wants to be something that's readily available to some extent, and a card that you think is likely to fall in price. And 3, the card that you're going after should be something that you think will do neither of those things. It's not going to be readily available, and it's likely not going to plummet in price. Makes it an attractive proposition. I could spend some time without this card that I really enjoy, but I think it might come down in price. I could maybe buy it back later cheaper, and I could still secure this PC card. Potential win-win scenario at play here. And that kind of fits the bill for these guys, right? Like, now keep in mind, these are both top 10 cards for me. Top 10 cards. Hank Aaron, PSA 4 rookie. I love this thing. It's pretty awesome. But the amount that these go for is really very steep. And it's hard for me to imagine just that they might stay that high forever. I think, and it's not like they don't come up for auction. There's PSA 4s that are auctioning on a frequent basis. Similar is true for this. More scarce, right? Out of $2.99, but you'll see these hit the auction block every now and again. $2.99, fairly liquid, being a top rookie card. You see these come up every now and then. This is not to understate how much I enjoy these cards. It is simply to raise the idea that if I was confronted with, and I thought about this yesterday, saw on Instagram a guy had a dual auto of Evgeny Malkin and Sidney Crosby holding the Stanley Cup together. That is an awesome card. I don't know what it's worth, but I thought about it and I thought, would I ever sell this or trade this to get that dual auto? However the cash would work out. I don't know. I didn't really think about it that deeply, but I thought to myself, even though this is a top 10 card, I thought, yeah, because the dual auto I don't really ever see around very much. But this one I see a decent amount. I don't know. Kind of a collector mindset and a potential play for you as a collector. A way to kind of work on expanding your own collection while kind of playing the market, if you will. And I've done this before. Sometimes with success, sometimes with regret. We'll talk maybe about this guy later. Think about my 2019 Giannis Select tie-dye that I talk about on here. That's a card that I sold to buy some other stuff, and I've wanted it back ever since. It is, has fallen in price, I believe, but It's not super available. Out of 25, I only really want the concourse. I'm talking about a card out of 25 that was now made 4 years ago that I want. And I need it to hit auction. It cannot be a high buy it now. That is kind of a tall order. That's maybe a little too hard to get back, especially given the age of it. Makes it extra hard to get back. But nonetheless, it's not that bad of a thing. Prices come down. And it's been a quest. One of my most wanted cards ever since I sold it. And there's nothing really that bad about a quest to get a card back in your PC that you know you'll enjoy. I have not pursued it with cards like this guy, just because even though it's a PSA 3, there's tons of these, I could get them back. For me, the centering on this for a PSA 3 is so awesome that I don't know at this price point I could get it back. So that's why I haven't pursued the strategy with this guy yet. But there's cards that I'm not doing this for, right? That when I see them, I don't think, would I part with one of these two cards to secure it? Example, Crosby 2012 PMG. Card I really want, but a card that I see the price falling a lot. If I think the price is going to fall a lot, I'm just better to wait it out, just build up some cash with time. They're going to come up. They're coming up and the prices are falling, in my opinion. I just wait with cash. But in the situation when you waiting with cash does not make sense, this is a potentially attractive scenario to explore, and at the very least, fun to think about as a collector. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more videos, and I'll catch you all next time. See ya!